If you were anything like me and are just, ready to confess that you are a liar, well, then you're an outdoorsman and you have a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a world that we live in. Thanks for following along. Go ahead and share this out. Let everybody know this is what we're doing it every day at 11 o'clock. And I do appreciate you being here. I really do. Tomorrow, here's what we're going to do. I'm very excited about this. If you're a podcast listener on Spotify, do me a favor. Tomorrow's show is going to be on YouTube almost exclusively. So we'll still have the podcast up, but it's going to be a video show. What we are going to do is we're going to break down the Jimmy John's hunt video that caused all of this kerfuffle for the Arizona Game and Fish Commission. We're going to break that down, and we're going to go piece by piece in the video right here on the show. So the probably won't make for the best podcast, but if you do check your podcast out, check our podcast out, you'll probably be directed over. Okay, does that make sense? Appreciate you hanging out with us. How about this? I got a little heat from my man Slavo and slavosalt.com. You can check it out. And use the code GOSHOW. GOSHOW is going to get you 10% off your order. So Slavo heard our podcast about me becoming a hiker. Heard a podcast about me out of all these years, these 11 years we've been doing this program. I have gotten into hiking, or at least I enjoy hiking. I've not gotten into hiking. I do have hiking shoes. I have a camel pack. But I'm not into hiking. I hike and I enjoy it. So he said, I know the reason why you like hiking. It's a certain type of motivation. And you know what, Slavo? He's not wrong. No, not at all. So just is what it is. It doesn't matter how you get someone into the outdoors. Lie, don't care, or entice them in some way, shape, fashion, or form. It's okay. It's what we do, and it is a good idea to do so. How about that? Lie, lie, lie. So let's get into lying, actually. And if you are an outdoors man or woman, you are a liar, period. Your stories that you have told are as sensational and fabricated and blown out of proportion as anything that ever was. So we know that. We understand that. But you know what? The cool part about it is we still enjoy hearing the stories. We do. We know they're a fishing story. We know they're a hunting story. We know that this has been blown out of proportion. And you know what? We love it. We love every bit of it. And that's what makes them fun. Because if your grandfather told you a story that happened 50 years prior, that's got 50 years of embellishment, and probably not one syllable of it is true, but it was still a great story. And that's why we do them. But let's get into this here, because I was having a talk about the hiking with my girlfriend, and she said that the earlier years when her daughters were young, she would have to make up these great stories as to why they were going why they're going hiking. Make up these great stories about what they're going to see, what the target is. Like an example she gave me was that there was this troll that lived under a bridge that they would see on this trail that they were on. There was a troll lived under the bridge. That troll only ate, I believe it was dandelions, and it was sick. So they either needed to get dandelions to him or not, whatever the story was. I thought this was fantastic. And immediately, it's that, wait, I've been out of the loop since when? Oh, let me see here. Yeah, exact. Thank you very much, Scotty. I appreciate it. You might have missed that portion. Scotty says that he's been out of the loop, and having Mike Russell talk about hiking is something that is not something that anyone's ever heard. So yeah, I actually gave it a try a few times, and I actually enjoyed it. I did, and because I realized at one point, and Slav will disagree with me on this because he knows my reasoning. But like Jimmy Buffett said, there's a woman involved, right? But the actual hiking that I was doing was very similar to the hiking I was doing when I was hunting. And I was realizing, when people say I hike to train for my hunts, that's why, because it's identical. So I don't really see it as hiking, Scotty, as much as I see it as training for a hunt. And if you buy that, refer to the beginning of the show, which we're all a bunch of liars. So like, I'm trying my best to train for hunts. And if I could just call it hiking and get some boyfriend points there, then I'm all about it. Anyway, So she's spinning this tale about these cool stories that she would tell her daughters. And in most times, in most spaces, people would be like, oh, you lied to your kids? Like, really? Yeah. I think she was expecting that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you did that to him and get him out to get him out hiking. That's terrible. No, I totally understood it. As a matter of fact, I'm not going hiking with her again until I get a story. There needs to be a story like she had to tell her kids to get them hiking. I want a story. Why are we going on this trail? Oh, because there's a pit boss up at the top, at the peak, and he's gonna at the summit, and he's gonna go ahead and make ribeyes for us. He's got them smoking right now. Can you smell it? It's wonderful. Come along, yeah. Or there's these there's this wonderful area. There's a barbecue island or barbecue galore. There's a whole show of barbecues going on around this bend here. You just got to get around that bend. Oh, they must have moved it. I'm not going to go hiking until I get a fantastic story that fits the stuff I love, and obviously it's barbecue. So yeah, but lying is just perfectly okay. It is. Lying to get your kids or your people outdoors is okay. Lying when you're telling your stories is okay. That's why it's a fun sport that we're in the outdoors. Being outside, you have carte blanche. You can make up your own world in the outdoor world. That's what you can do. And getting kids out, lie to them, bribe them. I don't care. Get them going. Get them out there. Here's the deal. I think it is the most romantic time in a relationship is when a couple is pregnant for the first time, right? And they have all of these fantastic ideas about how they're going to either get their kids outdoors, get the kids camping, or how they're just going to parent in general. And I think it is one of the most romantic things because tell me if you remember this. And it was probably you too. I was probably the same way, same thing. Oh, we're never going to let our kids act like that in a restaurant. Oh, we're never going to let our kid sit in public on an iPad. No, we don't. No, well-behaved children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, we are never going to let our kid talk back to us. Hmm? And how about this one? Oh, I would never lie to my kids. It's a romantic time and a fantastic time because you actually believe that. And no one tells you otherwise when you're saying that because we all know it's a bunch of BS. We all know that's so cute that you think that you're not going to lie to your kids to get them outside. That's cute because you're going to. And any way you can, I'm all about bribing. Bribing has started early with intern Sarah and intern Beans because they love donuts and those little Hostess gems, little chocolate guys. We call them their donuts. We call them donettis. If they have donettis in the truck, they just it's like Pepe Le Pew. It's like those old cartoons when they'd smell they'd have the scent in the air and they'd follow it blindly like this. They just donettis, yep, and they just get right in the truck. It's easy. It's like, or just have to lay them on the ground. Just one on the ground, one here, and they'd slowly like Pac-Man all the way to the truck, and then boom, we're off and running. When we get to I-10, there's no way they can get out of the truck, so they're stuck. No traffic lights. Can't tell me to turn around. We're not turning around. We're going hunting, and you're gonna like it. Yeah, so that's the way we do it. Yes. And what's up, Heathen? How you doing, man? Yeah, you lied to kids 24/7. Told them TV died. Hold on, I gotta read this. I gotta put my glasses on because this is gonna be smart. This is gonna be a good one. I lied to my kids 24/7. Told them the TV died the other day because I have to watch Paw Patrol one more time. Oh my goodness sakes. And okay, and he brings up the Pokemon Go game. I bashed Pokemon Go. I thought Pokemon Go was the dumbest thing that has ever happened. I'm like, I can't believe this until the outdoors guy, I have an outdoor radio show, outdoor TV show, outdoor streaming. What in the world do I have to complain about people getting out of the house and like walking around, enjoying fresh air, getting some vitamin D? Okay, yes, they got their face rammed in a phone. Okay, cool. Still getting vitamin D, still getting fresh air, still getting physical exercise. What in the world? Why would I be mad at that? Oh, but it's a dumb video game. Okay, cool. As a matter of fact, here's something. If you're new to the program, I'm telling you, for 11 years I've been saying this, and I get heat every time I say it. Do not take tech away from kids outside. Don't. I'll give you. We can talk about that more. We'll talk about that more on Friday. How about that? We'll do that on Friday. Friday, I want to talk about kids, kids outdoors, kids in tech, kids tech outdoors. And make a note here so I don't forget. This is it's controversial. And I'm just going to give you a quick little Reader's Digest version. Your kids were raised in technology. You pull the technology away from them and pull them outside, you're pulling an appendage away from them. You're ripping an arm off. They're not going to have fun. They're not going to want to continue to do this. They're not going to want to do it again. So there's some tips and tricks and some rules that I'll outline for you on Friday, which I think will help. And I am that guy. My kids are, hey, get your phone. I'm ready to go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if your kid loves the Pokemon Go game, get them out and do it. They have community days. For the love of grief, again, like this Pokemon Go thing, my son, it's a community day, and there's this Target whatever thing that you're going to go throw the ball at and do your thing. And so we went to a park, and I look around, and there's a bunch of kids there that look like they're doing one of these things with their eyes, like they haven't been outside and seen the sun in months, and they're pasty. I could have made a fortune just selling sunscreen in the parking lot. So, but these people, and they're talking to each other. They actually talk to each other. So there's community. They're walking around in a park. They're getting some vitamin D. They're getting some exercise, and they're communicating with other real human beings in front of them and not typing their responses. That's awesome. How can we not celebrate that? So yeah, the Pokemon Go game, I'm down. So let's do that. Let's talk on Friday. How you don't rip the appendages off the kids and take their phone away from them when you go in the outdoors. We're going to talk about that's going to be really good. I hope we'll have a good talk and some really good discussion as well, because I'd love your opinions as we go through. So don't judge yet. Don't judge yet. We're going to get to that on Friday, okay? So when we get to the deal on Friday, remember, tomorrow we're going to be breaking down the Jimmy John's video line by line. We're going to be breaking it down frame by frame. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, why some see it as a bad video, why some see it as an amazing video. We're gonna play this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Circle back. Don't try to goad me, Eddie. Don't you dare try to goad me to that. We'll do that on Friday. How about that? We'll do it on the Brewmance on Friday. Russell and Hunter is the Brewmance. You check it out on noon. All right. So, anyway, do lie to the kids. You're okay doing that. My kid will never act like that in a restaurant. Want to bet? Yeah, definitely going to act that way for sure. I talked yesterday about basically planning and how I'm just really not that great at it. I'm not great at planning. I didn't really do a lot. Getting into this business is difficult, and I'm not saying, oh, poor me, or oh, look what I have done. Having a 15-year radio career in one market is not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy task to pull off. I worked all the time. Y'all might have remembered me from doing fill-ins on this station, filling on that show. I was filling in because it was a holiday. They were gone. Like normal people take vacations at a certain times. I missed out on a lot of those because I was working. Okay. So now that I have time to actually celebrate my job, get out and build content, and the more content I do outside, the better it is for you, the better it is for the show, the better it is for the brand. I suck at planning. I'm really bad at it. I told my girlfriend, I said, I know you want to go out and get things. I'm just not used to saying, okay, let's go do XYZ. I'm just not used to it. So I need to learn how to plan for the outdoors. And not really learn. I mean, I'm 48 years old. I'll be 49 in a couple of weeks. I'm a smart dude. I just don't have the, how do I put this? I don't have the muscle memory for it. There we go. I don't have the muscle memory for it. I don't just, I better sit down because, oh my goodness, look at my calendar. There's nothing planned. Usually I go, but now it's like, no, whoa. I have an opportunity to do this, do that, do this, and then a plan. So let's give us a couple of cool planning tips. Go get a calendar that you like. I got to tell you, I kicked and screamed. I didn't like Google Calendar just because I don't like, let me put it this way. For those of you that know me outside of this program, I am not a big fan of everyone having all of my information. I'm not comfortable with it, but now I think I've just let go of the handles and I fine. Do the facial recognition on my phone. I don't care. Whatever. So I fought Google Calendar, but now I'm into Google Calendar. I'm learning it. I still don't check it every single day. I need to. I'm getting there, and I'm getting better with it. I'm better than I was. So find a calendar that you like, but find a calendar that you can share. Because when we're talking about family outdoor adventures, this is a team event, and it should be a team sport. So tip one, find a calendar you like that you can share, that you can check in with everybody, say, hey, did you see what I put on the calendar today? I want your guys' feedback on that. This is the important part. Give the kids, especially teenagers, for the love of grief. I know they're a big pain in the tuchus. They are who they are. We were a pain in the tuchus to our parents. We were, oh no, I was out all the time. My parents, we were still a pain to our parents, period. So have the teenagers and the kids be part of the planning and part of the involvement. If your son says, oh, my girlfriend has this or that day, can we move this back a day? Is everybody in agreement with moving it back of the day so everybody wins on this one? Cool. That's it. And especially with family planning, pick your battles. Find the hills that are worth dying on and not dying on. If Junior wants to move something because his girlfriend has a volleyball tournament, fine. Captain Nuge can move that because he wants to be there for his girlfriend and hang out because she was at his volleyball tournament. You know, the politics involved there. So, yeah, no problem. That is a key thing. Have them involved. And most importantly, if there's one in the group that says, I just really don't want to do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I apologize for the digression, but Scotty just came at me with this one because I remember hearing about Mike and Whiny. Wow, that is it. But you were the one introduced me to scuba with one of your first Go shows, man. I appreciate you, Scotty. Yeah, there. I got intern Beans. Intern Beans got certified as well. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that, Mike and Whiny. We did go blast from the past. So it's important to have everybody on the same page, especially those that don't want to do something. So, okay, so then that becomes a questioning thing. We're talking about planning for the outdoors of the group, especially your family. Why is it that you don't want to do that? Why is it that you don't, if you don't want to, okay, you don't want to do that because of this, because of the timing? Okay. Because of the weather? Great. Got it. Okay. So what are your alternatives? There's your key. What are your alternatives? That's it. And I'm teaching myself as I'm teaching you because I'm learning how to do this again after, like I said, after 15 years, going back to, as Scotty said, go back to the Mike and Whiny days. Mike and Whiny and Whiny and I would cancel trips to fill in anywhere we could. We were begging for table scraps at that point. And we wanted this so bad. We wanted a career in media so bad that we were willing to do whatever we needed to do. And we had to do it. So now I'm getting used to making my own schedule and making my own way. And it's a lot of fun. So planning in the outdoors. Here's the deal. Plan for a plan B. Second thing, got to have a plan B. Got to have a backup. Because the weather lately has been absolutely absurd here in Arizona. It's just been weird. Like, did anyone have rain? Why is it raining? I looked at the forecast yesterday and everything was fine. Now, boom, it's raining. So things happen. Freeways get closed. If you want to go up north, and I-17 is closed, like I-17 just being I-17. What can you do out south? Can you go camping at one of the local spots? Can you find the alternative? So now you have on your calendar a set deal. Everybody's got buy-in. Everybody has participated in the planning. You have a plan B. And I'm telling you, this will change your whole world. Now, the onus, at least for me, I don't know how it is in your household. The onus for me falls on me for the prep. Prep becomes my job. And I'm going to hopefully help you change. If you don't agree with me, I hope I can bring you along into my side here. I find so much zen in that, so much calm in that. I find zen and calm in unpacking from a hunt, unpacking from a trip. I find calm in I'm falling into my element. It gets exciting. I start meal planning. I start making sure we got all the gear. I'm testing gear. It's like a dream come true. So I don't see it as, oh, got to get ready for the trip. No, let's go. Let's do it. Packing. Oh my goodness. I pack in 20 minutes tops. Packing is easy for me. Making sure the gear's all together, all that stuff. I am ready to go. And by the way, I don't know if you guys are like me. I just a little peel back the curtain here on this. I pack, if I'm going for 4 days, at minimum, 8 pairs of underwear, 8 pairs of socks. All right, are you like me like that? I don't know why, but I overpack for some reason. I haven't had a mishap or an incident that I'm like, oh, need another pair of chonies. No, I don't know why. I pack too little, usually short shirts, jean shirts, boots, whatever it is, footwear. But I'm overpacked when it comes to the the undergarments. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're like me on that, but that's just some easy things, easy things. If we could, and thanks for hanging out with me today and tomorrow. Once again, we're going to go over the Jimmy John hunt that caused all the kerfuffle, and now that he is we think he is the assumed winner of the last elk auction tag, one of the last auction tags here in Arizona. It's kind of fits right in, so we'll break that down. That's going to be on YouTube. So join us along. Will you join along with us? There you go. Hold on a second. Now we need coffee again, for the love of grief. Mm-hmm. Have I only once a show? Yeah. Here's what I did today. Today I was dealing with some tech issues, and one of those was I had to download some software, and it was a big pain in the tuchus. And software technology and me don't get along very well at all. Not at all. That's why I love having intern Nuge around, because I can just tell him, dude, fix this. Man, get this set up for me, and we're good. Because he's like I said, he was raised in tech. So on my laptop, I don't have I don't have facial ID or any other passwords. I have a fingerprint. Okay. Once again, we can get into that a little later on a different show, but I have a fingerprint. So a couple of times where I went, because I was moving fast, I hit the button and it didn't. It said try again. And I hit it again, said try again. Try a different finger, boom, we're good. Then I went and poured some coffee. Y'all know me. I spilled some coffee. So I went and wiped it up. My hand was damp. Again, went to the finger thing. Nope. Didn't recognize it. Had to completely dry my hand. Boom. If you know where I'm going with this, I am getting into the notion that, and again, we hear it politically, and it drives me batty, because anyone who knows better knows better. The issue of smart guns, smart technology. I've seen it in every which way too. Let's see here, on hunting rifles, sporting rifles, handguns, everything. We can have that technology, and it started back in the ramp up of the idea came back around the Obama days, and I've been against it ever since. Because look at that. I couldn't even turn my computer on. I couldn't unlock my computer because my hand was damp. I couldn't unlock my computer because my fingerprint wasn't hitting the sensor properly. I got to tell you, and I haven't lately, and I'm going to come after myself for this. Y'all know I'm an open book. I'm not going to, I'm so much better than, look, I'm a knucklehead of knuckleheads. That's why we all get along. See? Mm-hmm. Birds of a feather, I say. So I have not. It's been a hot minute since I've drilled. I used to drill with my not drill like a Black & Decker drill. I used to practice with my home defense firearm a lot. So I had just go through scenarios in your head, in your mind. You've got your firearm in your hand, so you're comfortable with it. Of course, it is unloaded, checked, clear. Right? And it's very important, by the way, to drill with your firearm, not to just put your hands up like this. Not the same feeling you're going to have. If you are in a moment where you have to use that, your whole body has to feel comfortable in that. Has to feel the same way you always practiced. Practice. Okay? So I haven't been doing that in a hot minute, and I need to get back to it. So I'm confessing that to you just because, I want y'all to know I'm never going to BS you. I'm going to shoot you this stuff straight. But think about being in that situation where it is real. It's go time. I really, really go time. Do you want that doubt in your head? I don't. Do you want that doubt in your head when you have put all this time and effort into an elk hunt and your rifle has a fingerprint ID on it, and you have to make sure that the finger before it fires, and you've finally got that trophy elk in your sights, and oops, it didn't recognize your finger because the adrenaline's pumping, your hands are a little clammy, maybe you've been hiking for 6 miles, you're a little sweaty, you wiped your brow. And now, boom, now it won't read it. Just doesn't work. It just doesn't. How many times, by the way, if you don't even know what I'm talking about, and you had an iPhone, you had probably 10s and 11s, the iPhones that had the thumbprint. Yeah, you'd open your phone with your thumbprint. How many times did that not work, especially after you wash your hands after going to the bathroom? Yeah. This is no, as an IT guy. Heathen, I tell you, buddy, yeah. And if you tell me, did you restart your computer again? Why do all help desk people and IT guys say, did you restart your computer? Did you try Control-Alt-Delete? Did you unplug? Did you hard boot it? I did everything but throw this thing out the window. So yeah, let's start there. It's a lot like when I go to the dentist. I'm like, okay, yes. When I go out on hunts, and only when I go out on hunts, I chew tobacco sometimes. I don't floss as much as I need to. And I understand I could probably find a brushing technique that works better and a bristle strength that is this and this, but I don't need a lecture from you, buddy. I'm 48 years old. I need you to clean my teeth. That's it. Clean my teeth. Yeah. It's the same thing when I call any kind of help desk. Look, I've tried. I really have. I wouldn't have called you knowing that I'm going to be on hold for a year. I wouldn't have called you had I not tried everything already. Which is actually why, believe it or not, why we're not on Apple Podcasts. Why we're not on Apple Podcasts, because for me to sign into the Podcast Connect for Apple, I sign in, I put all my stuff, and it loops me out to the okay, let's get started. So I hit let's get started. I put in all my information, hit submit. It pops me back to let's get started. I've had 5 people from IT on Apple, 5 Apple employees on the phone with me. No one can fix it. I have to start a complete new Apple ID. It's just, I've told you, me and tech, we just don't work. So anyway, I thought of the smart gun thing because of that thing that I had going on. So as you hear it ramp up, and especially we're in a politically, we're in an election year. So you're going to hear about all that stuff about, the ways to curb firearm violence and all that. Okay. Smart guns is not one of them. It's just not. And then what about an infrared thing on your belt buckle or whatever that can, okay, fine. Again, you give me the same amount of consistency and confidence that I have in a revolver. Okay. Then I'm down. Then we can talk about it. But other than that, we're not going to talk about it. All right. Okay. Let's get to a few of these comments, y'all, because there's an IT guy here that's weighing in. So yes. Yes. Let's get down here, Heathen. All right. Did you try turning it on and off again? Yes. It doesn't fix 95% of the problems. No, it doesn't. We need smart people like you to fix it. Biometrics is neat until every time I try to unlock it requires a passcode that right for half the day. Like same thing with my MacBook. I'm like, why in the world are you asking me for a password? Dude, here's my password. I'm holding it up. You know what I'm going to do today just because I'm being feisty, because you can set it to several fingers. There's a certain finger I'm going to set it to. I'm going to show this Apple. I'm going to show it who's boss. Yeah, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And yes, I think we're all in agreement. That lying to kids is just totally okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Being chased or glassing. Yeah, this is the only time I hike, buddy, but I kind of like him again. So anyway, hey, tomorrow let's do this thing, shall we? 11 o'clock. I'm pulling down the video of that hunt that has caused so much controversy, and let's look at it from both sides. Let's have an intelligent conversation. Let's talk like grown-ups and see if there's really a problem here, or if eliminating auction tags was just a solution looking for a problem. So let's take a look at it. As they're not going to go away nationwide, but we'll see how we recover from that right here in Arizona. So I so appreciate you hanging out with us. You loyal, awesome people. You anyway. We're gonna do it tomorrow, 11 o'clock. We'll see you then. Have a great day, everyone, and do your best. It's beautiful outside. Just if you can, get out and take a walk at lunch, or just I don't know, pop outside for a little bit. Maybe if you work from home, work outside as best you can. And man, what a great day. Let's celebrate it right here in Arizona, right here on the Go Show. See you tomorrow at 11.